The Statue of Liberty. Yeah. A statue that represents liberty. Yeah. froZEN. I'm free. Whoa. Did the eyes move on that thing? Oh, God. Yeah. There's got to be something else representing what freedom may be, like what liberty is. It's a weird name. See, there's some people that are uh, brain damage creators. Ah, sorry. Yeah, that's a trip. See, there's a fine line with that. Now, here's the thing: is that just for the most part, everybody knows that you're responsible for the content. That really the name is the influence that you allow into you. You should be doing essential work only. Yeah, some people's worker is broken, and they don't know that they don't have to consume every little thing and then have a reaction to it, right? They don't have to even think any certain way of it. And I understand that. See, I have an Aquarius moon, and that is the Aquarius way. Aquarius says, mind your own business, right? But it doesn't say that to not keep the witness up. I was going to say, it didn't say to not keep the cameras going. Yeah, see, people aren't even thinking about that part. It's like, well, the child traffickers are filming themselves too. So, see, it's under intergalactic rule that you put the technology up, and that means that we consent to it, that we know that reality is here, and so what? Everybody can see reality anyway. But see, that's not really what happened. In fact, do you know that, here I go again, 92% of the population, it's 92% now. It used to be only 80. And then there's a certain percentage of that is malignant cases they'll never come to. They are teetering on not knowing, not going locative of reality. They are in their heads. Yeah, and that's simple to understand. Like when you're driving on the road, do you ever contemplate each and everybody's life there? Like, where do they think they're going? But they're going at the same time that you are on that road. And really, it's the truth. I'm not denying everybody's their own individual experiences. Somebody is having a wedding and they're going to buy the icing on the cake. Somebody over here is worried about their grandmother dying or something. Somebody is absolutely lonely and they're not worried about any of that, but they're like, man, what is everybody worried about? And that's me. I don't know. It's just, isn't that interesting? See, this is something to just ponder. It's okay to exercise your mind a little bit, to where that the kids keep watching. You know, it's finally something's interesting around here, because that you can't convince kids that anything beyond curiosity and being aware is something worthwhile. That's what it is. Stay curious, look into things, start talking about it. Communications is another thing. Yeah. If they're saying why or how, it's not really that they're asking. They're saying, I see something. Do you see it too? And then there's your chance right there to try and align as a reliable witness. See, that's the third eye thing. Did you know that? I talk about them who go like this, and see, not even them that do this in front of the camera know what they're doing, but they know that to do it. Why? Did anybody ever say, here's what happened? They have stole your interconnectedness as I, but this is the A, this is the atomic field. A, B, C, D, E. It's really under abracadabra now. You are experiencing black witchery. Yep, you are experiencing spells being put on you by coming through the air. And I hate to say it, but boy, it seems like the biggest witches. But every extraterrestrial, white, brown, black, red, blue, yellow, are capable of being outright transformed into black witches, and they don't even fucking know it. By way of handling a note that lies to them because they don't know. It says, in God we trust. Which God are they talking about, baby? It's kind of a dangerous subject matter. See, but the thing is, what we're really, like, why I'm still standing tall and nobody's really killed me Not yet, right? So I'm going to court and they can easily kill me like this. I was almost tasered in my driveway because an incoherent person and incoherent people, men, are really frightened of people like me. This is the way I frighten them. Hi, how you doing? Like maybe I can approach them with a fruit off my tree or a zucchini, and they go just stoic. I mean, it's just like okay, so but are we new to that? No, we know that. See, I'm not being overbearing or underbearing. I'm being as a being. I don't like. I'm not dead. I'm not the living dead society. I'm alive as a woman. Oh, there we go again. Talk about a threat to a side of the population. Now, I did make a video that explains what the problem is and that how that as soon as you have kids here, the main people that should know something about this is women because they're having kids, and I am not lying about this. It's dangerous information because first of all, when you're one of these types, a woman alive, you're under threat of your food being just you're going to get pinched off. Did you know that to date, it's about whether or not that we're going to let these people back into the position of power or not? Yeah, yeah. So I'm recording this on a Venus conjunct Jupiter, and I didn't see it. I'm going through something very oppressive in my life on all angles, and I'm having to stand up for myself alone. And coming up with this information like this is precisely what is required of me to just go in there and say, no, my occupation is first responder. Oh, I'm a woman. I'm not lying to you. I first respond. We ask questions later. I can't let something happen and get diseased. I respond if it's the wrong thing to do. How weird. I just saw some light flash. Oh, I guess it's way over there. His truck is reflecting. Anyway, so do you see what I'm saying? right then and there? You can trust this kind of control if we want to stay free, like the Statue of Liberty over there. Woo, Shauna! When are you going to go and talk live? That's not up to me. That's up to you guys. Oh, I'm talking about now you Idlewilder people. And don't worry, we're all alive here. This is day 10 of June. And apparently, let's get back to this beautiful aspect in the sky. Even though it it squares the Libra generation. It squares. It's an adverse aspect, but because it's a square to Cancer, see, the thing is Cancer needs to learn from Libra. So there's this beautiful opening, the whole entire cosmos. Cancer is even really experiencing plenty of uh, abundance coming out of the feminine side, the nurturer, which she's the universe. She says, don't tell me about shortages. How silly. We would not even have been accepted here if there was a shortage of notes. I like to talk about, see, I'm a Libra. The Libra plays music. See, the Libra can always teach something to the Cancer. That's just the way that the evolutionary style of astrology is, and I don't know any other style of it. Otherwise, you're not really even alive and doing the I am, and then at the end, you ain't, and then you still are, and it's like, poor Pisces over there, ultra confused, only because nobody has this conversation correctly. You gotta contradict yourself, and of course you drink wine, the right one. Eat it. Eat the winery wine. Do you know what wine means, babe? Stop it. I'm not whining here. I am talking. Eventually it's a whine when nobody fucking hears you. It becomes traumatic. Whew! Okay. Um, just an entertainer here. For me, that Jupiter square to my generational Uranus, which is squaring my generation. And we're having Mercury go backwards It's going retrograde in Cancer at some time this year. Okay, I think it's the end of July, but I heard somebody make a mistake and said it was the end of this month. Either way, when that happens, it's in conjunction with. But we really need to see. Pardon me. We really need to see what time when that conjunction happens. Yeah. See. Oh. Yeah. It is at the end of this month. In this month, and it goes clear up to the very place where the conjunction is happening of Venus and Jupiter right now. That tells me that it's communicating big time. For me, you can probably hear it in my voice. See, it's aspecting my Mercury, which is the sound of your voice, your very voice, what you like to talk about, and it conjuncts Uranus. See, I happen to have a Mercury conjunct Uranus, so I'm like a speaker from the ages of that time of the Libra generation. See, I talk about, in a roundabout way, I'm going to talk about the quality of the human relationships that we're having, because there isn't anything more important than that. But the reason why I'm going like this is because narcissists likes to steal all of that away. Relationships? You want to have a relationship? It's like, anything and everything, though. See, anything that gets them attention. And that is like a double whammy, right? They want to have that connection, even though they can't make a connection because they're not reality oriented. So what I'm exaggerating there with your prized possession, try it, but don't make it your prized possession. Just say, you know what? I really like this thing. I really love this thing. Oh, this right here. Yes. I'm going to share it with you. Me, I like this. And they'll go, really? Eventually they go, huh? Right? Huh? Yeah, you like it, huh? Right on. And yay, you like it? Ooh, I do too. I have one. They'll steal it and say, look, they steal you. Isn't this weird? I don't know why I'm talking about that subject matter. What am I talking about today? This is channeling. I'm a channel. I'm a motivational speaker. So so we have Mercury conjuncting, or it's trining my Jupiter, which is good. Pardon me while I look at the exact degree. It's trining my Jupiter right now. And I'm coming off of it, so I made a bunch of videos for your consumption, whatever it is that but the main thing I'll warn you is of my intriguing physique and charm, and the way that you want to grab at the gold that's here, and it's like, yay, I get it, but I would like an avocado sandwich just like you. I'm a human being here, babes. That's the problem. Now let me tell you the story about celebrities or whatever it is. People that kind of impress other people with a skill. Maybe they play music or something. Like there's this one really good pianist named Mose Allison. He's great. You should look him up. Mose Allison. He's dead, of course, but a lot of the greats are dead, and you better watch out because nobody's passing that on. A friend of mine met Mose Allison, and they bothered to tell me about it because I mentioned it, and they were impressed. They said, "You know Mose Allison?" I said, "Fuck yeah!" They saw Mose Allison at a place, a coffee shop. Maybe it was down in Palm Springs or something. And of course, when he saw him, he goes, Mose Allison, I love all your fucking stuff. My God. And Mose Allison was just like, so what? He's eating. And it just, he's a human being. He does something, and luckily he got paid for it. You know what I mean? And who knows what happened to him the night before or that day? That person just like, and it's like, fuck off. Now we've just disappointed the narcissist. Yeah, I thought that you were. It's like, fucking stop thinking. That's an obstruction to reality, the truth therein. God damn, have you ever thought past the fucking obvious? A little tiny, teeny, tiny, teeny, tiny bit? Like, okay, so they said in God we trust on that fucking thing. They try to tell us that there's a shortage of notes. That's where the Libra is going to come in and say, there isn't a shortage of notes. You people are crazy. Like, is there really a shortage of money? Who the fuck is doing that? Somebody agrees. Like, I bet you anything the neighbor does. They said, yeah, you have a shortage. Fuck, how much do you have in there? And you keep pumping out trash while your neighbor sits in ruins. By the way, AI is coming to get you. We don't dare send any more Christ awares, not even me. to say, excuse me, idiot, who taught you how to live like a pig? And where does that really get you, really? When you're starting to face your own judgment, because you seem to love that department over there, and I didn't say discernment, you have none. That's probably the truth there, and it's the land of the unawakened. And look at this fucking ruins site I'm sitting in. Why? How did it get so ruined, and what's going on now? Is it just pure imprisonment? And every once in a while, you'll see somebody like me going, "Set yourselves free, man! I'm trying to do my best here." My brand is called "I'm on a ball and chain. I own a house and property. Oh, how about you? Do you need a place to live?" Fuck, we're right on the fringes too right now. What I'm advertising is an experience up in the mountains. I'm pretty sure I'm still up in the mountains. I'm in a wilderness area also. It doesn't matter what you overlay. It can burn down and you'll look and you're like, whoa, what is this place? It's pure fucking granite. We are sitting on top of. But did you know that if you can dig under and scratch under the granite, if you can x-ray it, you'll see that there is a peculiar geometric structure. It seems to be a lot of aqueducts and passageways. What is this? What is it? Oh, geologically, it's just underground basins that form from the ocean. That is bullshit. And you don't know that by intergalactic law rule. I like talking about this and repeating it because I know the neighbors are spying. And did you go to Pine Cove Park and find? See, they try to quarantine it off now. They want to block you off just like you want to block me off. See, you're probably part of that. See, they can't do it without a populace of people that say, prove it. And I say, you have to prove that you have a heart first. Much more, we would want to talk about it. You can't just say, yeah, it pumps blood. No, it doesn't. If that's not all it does. See, that's the narcissist. If you have ever listened to the narcissist's heart, if you just realize that this is just like a function. It's just it's just pumping blood. It's not connected, right? And it's weird because that's like the only thing that's like here now in reality, and they are always somewhere else. They have probably, by the time you're listening to their heart on their chest, they have fallen asleep, and you're just like, what is going on here? It's the weirdest experience. It's like they're there, but they're not there. And now you're going to argue with them, and that makes them feel more there than the fact that they're not there. See, this is weird. It's weird. I figured out that's the nature of the mind. The mind wants to say, well, to the contrary, and it's like, no, just look at it. See, women can't really afford that. And now I go to the subject matter of women and men again, and I'm sorry if I popped around here. I was coming on to a very important point about collectively, and I could edit this, right? If you want me to edit this and make it, shorten it to 15 minutes, get back to the planetary aspect that's affecting generationally, the Libras. See, my generation and people like me, Libra themselves, them in particular, in the next 20 years, see, that's going to be, Libras are going to be the ones that save the fucking day. Who is Libra? Libra is love. But after the World War II, all material written, no longer was Libra saying I love, they say I balance. As the main kind of thing that there's a lot of words. See, Libra could also say I self-organize. Capital S with the self, babes. It's not an ego. It's not I'm organizing my mind to avoid the outside information. See, now getting back to notes, that Libra rules music. And never will you hear a Libra. And now, babes, see, Libra also is ruled by Saturn, and it's the scales. Now, what do you see? I see like money going here, and then maybe something weighing out, like energetically that's equal. Always, the point for them is just to stay level. And if you can imagine, boy, they can really, they can be managing an entire world, but something over here is saying, no, we leverage it because this is what we understand of it, knowledge and all this stuff. It would not be able to live without what? Libra, love, honeys, babies, sweethearts. And now, what is that? Well, that's who's making music. That's who's in music. That's what, God is love. Come on, you guys, you knew that. Shh. See, but now I'm going to get into it, and I can. But should I charge money because I need to pay my bills? Fuck yeah. Holy shit. And I have very little I'm worried about. And you've seen these advertisements going up right at the same time as these Venus conjunct Jupiter. I am serious about it. What I'm looking at is that it's not a black and white scene here. I need people to understand something and be very cordial with me. And that, Shauna, okay, so we realize that it's not perfect. And see, I'll take a lot of money off the rent if you help me just clean it up for you. I'm going to be taking money off your rent to help me fix it up for you. See? And I'm hoping that I find the right people. And I know you do too. If not, get the fuck out of my face! Sorry. Sorry, kitty. You know how it goes.
She says, damn right, sometimes I growl.
Look. She just told me she has to take a shit and to not do this gibberish stuff to her. She doesn't like using the box. When she can go out under the tree and dig in the dirt, oh, she's very like, come on, I'd like to go out now and take a shit. And I'm like, can I make my video? Fuck. Trying to advertise. Believe me, if people moved in here, see, what I want to do is be able to move around. What I am is I'm basically trapped here, being a homeowner. I'm very much a homebody. The thing is I love it here. That's why I've trapped myself here. But then what happened was some people saw me and they're misconstruing all this, and I have to go to court and say, no, this is me. I'm a hermit, and I'm not a dangerous person just because I stay alone. I'm not mentally ill just because I'm left alone. No. It could be the exact opposite of that. Maybe I'm the world's hope for sanity. I don't know. I feel like I am sometimes. Hi, how are you? I am not excited about sticking my head in the public, right? And advertising anything that says, hey, come on over into my life and fuck it up a bit. But no, see, that's exactly where I'm at. No, I know that I have to change. It's not fucking it up. It's going to get better. I've already talked about it, and this is very real. This is how you know that I'm on the right track. I'm going to keep talking. This is my advertisement, by the way, and this is my brand. My oven is not heated up enough to prove to you that I have a brand to sizzle your ass. But this is going to be the best burn you've ever fucking had. Because I am an Aries rising. Short of having horns. Here, let me put my... Anything I put on my head, anything that Aries puts on their head after a while, you'll see it's like, okay, so what just happened? Well, I'm head ruled. So if I start putting something on my head, it's weird. Just try anything. Like, what happened there? Yeah, there you go. I don't know. It's just, well, what happened there? Did I catch that without looking? Fuck yeah, I could do that. Whoops. Didn't prove it. Back to proving that you have a heart. We might get into the reality of things and say, why do they quarantine off national parks? Why are, this part of my eyes, but why are the trees only hardly 125 years old? Did you know that they were harvested before then and they built the phony little cities down there? Something is doing that. See, that right there is clones. Clones will do it. Yeah, clones will work really fucking hard to do weird shit like that. Think about it. Yeah, it's true. The women are supposed to take over. Is this the same video? Thank you. The women are supposed to take over the natural order of things and say, now, can we have kids and start schooling into a human coherency? Or is it going to be constantly cloned? And see, they don't even have to clone now. We're having belly buttons arrive through women that are dead. I hate to be that fucking blunt, but that is the terminology that the psychologists use And it's not your fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's not a man or a woman's fault that the society is rendered up this way. That's what Christ Jesus was, a woman who was saying, no, this is not your fault. There's tampering going on. So each person that's born under the tamper is going to be glitched out. They're going to be behaving in a certain way, especially the system which makes you feel like you're a criminal when you go and eat an apple for free under a tree or something. It needs to change. It needs to change. And what I expose about generational value, how that it's really nothing but just a rise and fall of the entity or the organism that holds up and makes what the world looks the way it does today. And what none other that you need to understand that communications is number one. So if you're a Gemini right now, an Aquarius or a Libra, start communicating. It's an itch. It's an itch. You won't feel well until you start communicating. And then you see, you're supposed to have a channel here. I'm a channel. I was turned into a channel. I have an aspect in my astrological chart that says, oh, look at this antenna. Yeah. So like when I'm here talking like this, the truth is in person, I'm a certain way also. And it might be even more so than whatever you can think here. But see, the thing is in person, see, I don't show myself in person. Like if you were to invite me here in Idlewild, see, if you were to invite me over to a seance or something, a full moon drum session, I wouldn't do it without you charging you money and everybody in there. Why? Oh, because you're inviting me because I take the floor and I show you something and it's worth it. You will come back, you will say, when are you doing that again? Here you go. Oh wow, you play guitar too? Fuck. See, my seminars, what I really can do if I'm stabilized and if somehow I'm able to stay in meditation and this is all a matter of meeting the right people, and it's the same for you, babes, the way money works. See, when I'm holding my seminar, showing you the science of the real, the RIA, right through what you're going to do with technology. See, I already have enough information right now through AI that I can send it to a TED Talk, and they'll say, you know what? This person is, we've never seen anything like it. Because why? Because I take the freedom to capitalize, baby. And you didn't even know that you're supposed to do that. You didn't know what capitalism means yet. Ah, who doesn't want to know about this? Especially narcissists. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about was a certain word and a certain connection. Is like, fuck, this is so weird how it's set up like this. Because that's how you can see. That's how you know. You can know it more accurately than ever that it is a predetermined setting here. And it's set up for you to figure something out. It is very easy too, but the world is made to distract you. Even your friend over there that says, look at this new car, it has a button, it's like, who gives a fuck? If you ever sat in the mountains and meditated on all the bubblegum new cars coming up and the weird stuff going on with that, it is so weird. It's just that something has entrained the organism to do this. Did you know it can all be washed in the ocean? After about 10 years, you will never know that a car ever existed. That's the truth. Yes, it is. Just like how that you go to a national forest and you don't know what's underneath there. That they have to make it, they have to protect it. But see, more and more, there's what is called the colonies. Colonists, see, intergalactically, but even spiritually, see, what we're looking at is narcissists who colonize your minds. They try to get in there and they say, no, right at the time when you're doing a vulnerability, most likely you're like, hey, what about that? And they're like, well, what about that? And they mob upon you. And it's like, well, but I have pure intentions. I'm saying that that's poisonous as a woman. Nobody would agree, not a living thing. After a while, I think there's ordinances that are trying to be passed that says, will you stop doing that? And it's difficult, right? But anyway, it's not as hard as you think. You have to just drop Disneyland, drop that circus, drop that spoon, drop everything, and go to the courthouse. When you go to Denny's on lunchtime, just eat with your fingers. Fuck it. Fuck all this. What a stupid balance you're trying to do there. For what? You never have enough. Now, getting back to the Libra, I am that. I am 5 planets in Libra. See, when I said I am, though, see, I'm an Aries rising. I'm saying something very profound here. If you were an astrologer, you'll say, okay, so what degree? Aries rising. Well, 6 degrees. You were directly affected by the 6,000 year aspect where everybody's being reset, but you were chosen. Yes, I'm chosen. I'm stationed in the San Jacinto Mountains. I could tell you a story about who I really am, my past life, like why I sit where I am now, and how I'm being attacked about because people are just misunderstanding me. And I don't see now. When I said that, I didn't just say, and I forgive them. No, I see that they are obligated somehow. I mean, pretty much. I fucking gonna say this. They are paid to be obligated to try and change everything of what I really am. And it's like, well, that's fine. We'll go that route. But no matter what, see, what I understand about God's plans versus versus see, there's God's plans versus what the narcissists think that you mean about it, and it's like that's not what we're talking about. But you can understand it if you say, well, it's like that, but it's not. We're talking about the right math, babe. You know, geometry, just simple, just something that's easy, something that's stronger. Okay, and getting back to the Venus Jupiter thing. This is, if you scroll the right way and use this thing right, like the real news is what's happening astrologically. If you can hear people trying to interpret what the times are talking about, and it's coming through us. It's not something you look at and say, "Well, no, this is what's happening." No, see, that's what I do. I say, "Well, yeah, the Venus Jupiter thing." You can now hear it in my voice. I'm just going to be toned down, and I know it's time to weigh this all out. As a Libra, we're playing music, babes. Pardon me, and this is what we do. We will sing, we will sing, beautiful for you. We purposely bring our voices up so that you can see our voice. We bring the emotion that the ocean has available to you. We raise it up if we've got to ask John Lennon. Oh, we be really quiet for you. But we are not going to take any shit. No, Libra, don't do that because we are love. We send selfless money, balances out self-organized. I will begin to channel to you because we know it just takes time, and we are raising and falling, and now you gotta be careful of that older one that thinks they know better when they follow the wrong son. I'm just telling you, kids, Be careful of that one. Run for the hills. Consider those pills. Shortage of notes? Oh, whoa. That doesn't make sense to a Libra. Something wrong there. That they say creation, like money. You know, if it's hooked into money and our resources and how to create and stuff, or energy, there's no shortage of that. So yeah, no, I'll prove it to you. I keep going. I'll keep going. I'll say, fuck, man, once I open it up, like to the A, oh my God, this right here, just the A alone. Well, you see, I could do that for you, but then this note, this is suspended major, or you can do a suspended minor. See, I have a treasure chest right here. There is no ending to the amount of things I can pull up. And that's the creation of creation. We are dealing with the universe right here. Money as a note. See, I'm not playing notes right here. I'm playing tones. They use the same configuration to spell out a note. It's not note, babe, it's tone. Okay, but in the tone, in the word tone, is the word what, kids? One. Yeah. And the word one has a word in it too, if you want to get like really simplified, and that's what we're doing when we do this. But did you know that these aren't really words? No. This is a picture, a string of pictures. I'm sorry, I'm trying to draw it like that. So this is the truth. You have the T there. Always. That's the reality check, kind of like if you didn't know. I try to tell you about the T. It's like a compass. You go like this and you say, I am here. Even though the word here doesn't have a T in it, I can guarantee you that the word here isn't there. And that's important because narcissists are neither here or there. Keep that in mind. This is kind of a cure. But see, this is the news. North, east, west, south. That's the only tangible shit. If you got a camera, you do have one, probably on your watch. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, I shouldn't use my fingers. It's probably most likely arsenic on the end of that. Okay, so we have the word tone has the word one in it. Yeah, so that's interesting. There's something called at-one-ment. At one, or a one me. How about that? But if you're a religious person, you are now better informed. I don't know. You need to just simplify, you guys, and realize that that's a picture. That's not the word tone is great because it shows that God is there. In case you're confused about what God is, the O is all you need to contemplate, kind of like. It's a picture. That's a stick figure picture of the forever symbol called pi. It represents forever life within it. As you can see, I mean, you can keep going. It's a ring, and there's like an inside of it. See, we don't know. The universe could be a balloon like this, you see. A lot of things are like that, so just roll with it, you know. But God is looking pretty round, I guess, literally, if you look at the word. Even word is. Why? Because words, man, you know, boy, yeah, it's right there. It's pointing at God. Otherwise, it's a useless piece of crap. What's God? Oh, God is reality. Reality. Ria. Sorry. This is the truth, though. I'm telling you, I'm reminding you. Ria. Reality. I heard somebody just call it Ria the other day. It was just he just stopped saying itty and L, and he said Ria. Because there's realm, but Ria's God, babe. Okay? You're okay. Just exercise your mind a little bit. It's truth. Okay, so but we got one. The on. Yeah, you would not see the one unless it was on. I guess. See, that's the truth. Otherwise, you didn't make it to the universe. I don't know. See, it's weird. It's so strange. It's like we really haven't seen us. one kind of people, the Act One people. We've never seen death yet. We're sitting there going, well, I haven't seen it. No, the illusion of people saying, "See you later, I'm out of here," and they die. Like, see, there I did. I contradicted myself, but they didn't really die. No, they didn't. Thank God. Thank God. Thank the one, babe. Where do you want to go? See, that's the thing is you have to think. I mean, you have to like contemplate. You have to think, well, what do I love? And then you go right there. And by the way, you're there now. No? No? Oh boy, watch out. Hate to find out where we ended up without knowing that. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this 42-minute film. I was the Libra trying to tell you about that. There's no shortage of notes. Get your one on. Yeah. It's not notes, babes. It's tone, right? I mean, really. And what if your money had everything to do with whether or not you were aligned, like resonating? Because tone, okay, resonating. Let me show you what the word resonate means. First of all, resonate. It's almost like that resonate. The word one is in resonate. Can you find that, kid, for me? Kid is on it right now. Easy to do. Find the word one in resonate. I think it's there. If there's an R there, babe, it says re. It says res. You know what I see in the word resonate right away is resonation is re-nation. Anyway, let's get back to what does resonation mean? Woo! Okay, this guitar is strange because it resonates and it's the guitar that's going to resonate. You check its resonation like this, but see, you're supposed to be able to get resonation out of an actual string by singing it. But see, I as a real life scientist, I'll get the frequency and resonation of the guitar right now in front of your face. Watch. There it is. Sorry. Do you see how it played on its own and I didn't have to touch it? So mathematically, I'm filling up a space that resonates the very shape. It's hard to explain, but I've been doing this all my life, and really, I never really tried to explain it. But I'm going to see the Libra is going to be bringing back what music really is. Otherwise, it's not really Libra. Libra should not be in competition with anybody else posing as anything else. See, the Libra generation is really cool because there's a lot of musicians that come up out of it, and we're still here, and we're like, I am sorry, but this is really impossible, nearly impossible for our generation to say, now we're here, and we're going to show you what love really is, what God really is. It's that space. Did you know, after all, very important to know, it's the space in between the tones that make music. It's not the tone itself. And now, also, with resonation, boy, it is hard to find the difference between boop and the one coming out of here. Boop, right? It's one. Boop, boop, boop. So you can do it really low to next to it. Whoops, sorry, and hitting that thing, and it'll really vibrate. See, you've heard that in the shower if you're a senior, and then maybe you catch that it's like, whoa, why does it sound so gnarly? So you can hover it right there and catch the resonation of everything. Anything has a tone in it, yeah. And so if that tone is resonating to like the 425 hertz or the 334 or all of the geometrically sound vibrational frequencies, then whatever structures that are built under that, see, that's testing to the demonic structures. The harmonics are testing the demonics. So now we know this, babes, and this is the truth, this is me. Hi, I live in San Jacinto Mountains. Would you like to play music with me on my patio? Did you know that on my patio, my neighbors are going to hate this, we always had live music. Always. Um, when my mom died in 2010, I stopped playing music with her boyfriend, he was a cool violinist, and we made some trippy tones. But see, I'm a musician, so is he, and we just fucking sat there spaced out, man. And people would wander down the driveway, and there would be people surrounding, and I would look up and say, well, who are these people? And they said, well, we heard the music. And it's like, oh, that's okay. I don't know. See, at the time, I didn't own the place. My grandma owned it. But see, there was always live musicians. The musicians that played in town who were really great, that would skip from the art school and then they would go to the restaurants, well, they would come here. And guess what they did too, you neighbors? They would smoke weed, drink their hard apple cider, perhaps, just taking a break. Yeah. And by the way, all of the musicians that you listen to, they most likely do that even worse than you ever imagine. Oh, you don't even know what they did to get famous. But anyway, and thanks for putting on the. That's weird how you did, but you're stupid. I'm not even going to mention it, giving you credit. But a narcissist is very predictable. You can tell a demonic one when you say, "Don't do something, it bugs me," and then they'll do it. So you want to be, see, you just want to be, after a while they make you want to be completely fucking quiet, right? Because even if you say, I have won $1 million, and you know what, if you're around enough narcissists, they will make that the most worst thing, and you'll find yourself just flushing it down the toilet. I don't need $1 million, it's true. That's the way they are. I don't want to get into the magical properties that they use to fucking accomplish that, but it's very wide ranged and it's fucking phenomenal, man. We're about to break it open and say, wow! And it's no different than yeah, stealing your destiny. It's a black magic witchery. It's like, wow. They have like a book that says now you can do this spell and that spell. It's like, would you fucking people stop? How fucked up you are. Now we really have to fucking start tuning our guitars to fucking 528. See, I should be playing a sitar. My friend notices, she says, you actually need a sitar, huh? See, I teach people when they start watching, they're like, whoa, where did she go? How did that? Because I will be starting simple like Barbie doll, and then all of a sudden you'd be like, whoa, what was that fucking construction and room I went out and out of? And I said, well, I am a born musician. I've been doing this since you would not even know. I have done nothing yet. And in fact, some people around me, I have to go to trial and say, no, I'm just letting you know that these people prevented me from making at least $26,000 because I was ready. I'm ready now. But the thing that they did, because they don't practice the Christ aware, they're not Christ aware, they're not enlightened, they're a mess. They transferred upon me a lot of stuff and they just threw garbage on me. It's their garbage, and I'm having to go there and say, this is not my garbage. Please. And what I'm going to be doing is to say that I, as sovereign being, authority of my life, terminate all contracts of agreements concluded by third parties regarding myself, and herewith return all liabilities and karmic implications to the contracting parties. Contract means contact, and I wish it will end now. Thank you. And how fucking dare you people? You people are laughing at it, right? You're laughing, but see, this is what I know, and this is what we know about you, is that you are living in hell, and you don't know it. I mean, but we can see it. We see how that you live in hell. And you're trying to get it all over us, and you want us to be demons in hell just like you. And the buck stops here. Where, Shauna? Where? Justice! Libra.